Jen has a real big issue with the way that Roy chooses to discipline the kids. And so I wanted to talk to Roy about it and get his take on things.
She says I scare him. She said I've scared him. I grew up differently. I got my butt beat when I did stuff wrong. I had one instance with the kids when they were younger where I hit them because I lost control because of something they did, and I smacked them both. And ever since then, there's been a problem. I've never been allowed to basically do anything to reprimand the kids because when I do, we fight. Just before he got here, I was asked to leave.
She wanted out. She wanted a divorce.
Yeah, and I was seriously contemplating it, and I thought, no, I'm gonna see how this works and figure out if I can do something different. Maybe there's something I'm not doing, or whatever the case may be, I'm in. I'll do whatever it takes.
Okay, so you've got hope in your back pocket, okay?
At this point, that's all I got right now, because I know my wife don't.
Hold on to it, because I'm here for a bit.
I can do that.
All right. And I'll let you do what you're doing over there.
Okay, thank you.
I didn't realise how bad a situation it was until I spoke to Dad. Mum has actually asked Dad to leave the house. So whilst I'm there, if things don't get better, they could end up getting a divorce.
If Joe can't help us resolve the situation, I don't think there is help. Zach, come on, not on the wall, man. Jen, please, could you stop him before he gets the chair?
Excuse me for a minute. Can I just ask you both a question?
Yeah.
Are you guys not talking?
Pisses me off that it's 6:30. You know, you blame their behavior on me, but yet when are you here to help? I'm the one who does it all.
Maybe while I'm at work, but yeah, when I get home, I do help out.
What are you angry about?
Just his day never ends.
Because now I'm just now getting involved in saying something, and I didn't do nothing the minute I walked in the door, right? Is that what you're
Because
saying?
you came home immediately and said you had stuff to do. It's always something to do, and yet they run around like this, and yet you blame me for their behavior, but when are you here to help? You know, and half of his anger problem is because he sees your anger problem. He sees you punch things and you grab him and you scream
I wouldn't go that
him
far because I don't do
him.
that.
So you think that he's got anger problems because of basically watching Roy?
Yeah.
Zach.
Where else did he pick it up from?
Where else? Maybe the shows he watches in the morning.
Whatever. That's crap. That's crap. Where's your patience? Where's your I missed you all day for the kids? It's not there. I don't criticize your job. This is my job, and all you do is criticize it.
I've had it to this point.
You've had it to this point in 5 minutes.
No, I just can't take that. I just feel like there's no discipline. I really do. I've tried being calm. You see how he gets when I grab.
Do I see how he gets? Do you know this is my life every day? What do you mean, do I see how he gets?
And I got a pretty good example of how these parents carry on with one another. They're angry, they're hurt. It's ugly. It's really ugly. The stakes are really high here. Unless Mum and Dad see eye to eye, then we could be looking at a divorce. And the kids are gonna have to go through that as well. With things just not looking good, I stepped in with a technique straight away to get Mum and Dad on common ground. You both need, number one, to talk about what you haven't been able to come to agreement with so that you can compromise and then write it down here. So let's start off. The topic is discipline.
As far as, you know, the physical contact, you know, like when they do something that you don't want them to do, you jerk them by their arms. And I don't feel that that's appropriate. Or if you want Zachary to come with you and he doesn't want to come, you'll just jerk him and make him come. That hurts him.
There's times when I have to physically get a hold of Zachy because when he goes to run or take off, if I don't grab him, he won't stop.
Well, this is not what she's talking about. You and I both know this. This is what she's talking about, Roy. Come here. This is what she's talking about, that. That's what she's talking about. When you grab and you're like that.
When Joe grabbed my arm like that, it made me realize that I was doing the same thing to my son. That really, really opened my eyes as to what was going on. And I didn't like it. I mean, I felt like this big. It was really bad.
So Jordan and Tanner, you could go swimming in the backyard.
Out Zachary.
I was like shocked because I didn't think Zachary would be able to let us go out by ourselves.
So sure enough, when the sisters left, he kicked off.
This afternoon,
Bring him over, bring him over.
you swim at me. He was not happy. He had a fit, he cried. Stop crying so you can hear me, okay? Listen.
So Mum remained calm, like I taught her to, and then we just shifted Zach's focus. We played a game.
Like to play with them? Okay, let's see what color Joe wants to be.
Right, I think I'll be yellow, actually. I'll be the yellow one. What one are you going to be?
We started to play, and he wanted to be a part of it.
You're after Mummy.
You're after me, so it's your turn now.
Okay.
Mum's looking at me, she's like, I cannot believe he's just sitting there.
So help me count. For him to actually accept it and be like, oh, okay, without the fight we thought we were gonna get is amazing. And now we know that everybody can do their own thing and still be happy.
Mum and Dad still have a major problem when it comes to disciplining Zach. So what I'm going to do is bring in the naughty chair technique, go through the steps so they will understand how to do a timeout.
This is good. This is the first time I've seen you guys smile over discipline. We're in a good place.
Oh, we're excited about it.
All right. It wasn't long before Mum had to use the first step of that naughty chair technique, a warning.
Zachary, if you spin the chair again, you go to timeout in your naughty spot. Do you understand?
And when Zach chose to ignore Mum, it was time to do the second step, and that was to put him onto the naughty chair and explain why he had to sit there.
Listen to Mommy. You are in timeout because Mommy said don't spin the chair. And you did not listen to me. So now Zachary has to sit in timeout.
Stopwatch.
When Mommy comes back to get you, you may get up. At first he was like, well, why am I sitting here? I've never had to sit anywhere for any extended period of time when I've done something wrong.
And true to form, Zach didn't give in without a fight.
I knew the first time out with Zachary would be really hard, and it was.
Timeout are bad.
This is not funny.
But Mum stuck with it until Zach sat there for his full time. And she did a great job.
Mommy told you, do not spin the chair. And you did not listen to Mommy, so you had to sit in time out. Now say you're sorry.
Sorry.
And give me a kiss and a hug. To actually see discipline work with Zach just gave me encouragement that it's gonna be hard to do, but the more I do it, hopefully the more he will behave.
So I taught Mum how to do discipline with Zach, and she's doing it a lot better. But there's still a trust issue between Mum and Dad.
Go away and let him watch him? That's hard.
Dad has said that he really wants to curb his temper, but Mum's scared that he's going to go back to being physical with the children. In order for Dad to gain Mum's trust again, he needs to sit down and listen to what Mum has to say.
It's just hard after so many times of you saying I'm gonna change, and I'm like, okay, fine, one more chance, and then 2 days later you're back to your normal self.
Right.
I wonder how you're gonna handle it when, 2 hours of putting Zachy in timeout, if I'm not here and the girls are at each other and she's misbehaving. You know what's at stake.
Exactly.
Not
So,
only
no, listen,
am I
on that
out of
note-
here, I'm taking these 4 kids
on that
and
note,
you're
I'm
out
not-
of here.
On that
This
note,
is
I'm
it.
not letting that happen, okay?
Can I just interject? He actually did sit at that table and admit that he was wrong. This is two-way here. I understand that trust has been broke, but if you can't see when a man's trying to make amends, then he's running around chasing his own puppy tail. Keep the door open, because your husband wants to be able to prove what he can do to change.
I don't feel that I've earned Jen's trust back yet, but I know that I'm working towards that.
Roy needs to prove to me that he's making an effort and see how it goes.